How do you know if you have a problem with your swimming pool? Well, it's kind of a general statement, but in general, there's three things that I would be looking for to see if I have a problem with my pool. Let's start with the pool water itself. Pool water is supposed to be clear, like crystal clear. You're barely even supposed to be able to see it. And if there's any deviation from that, that says to me there's a problem here. So that could be anything from green water or even just a little bit of cloudiness. That cloudiness isn't supposed to be there and usually is the precursor to that green water. So that's the first thing that I'm keeping an eye on when I'm looking for a problem with the pool is does the water look perfectly clear? What about over in that equipment area where all that pump and filter and heater and all that stuff is? Well, here's something. Is anything leaking water? Leaking water, I would say, typically speaking, is not a good thing. So that's something that I would keep an eye on to make sure that there's no problems developing over there. Largely, that area should be dry. So you were over at that pool equipment area and it's totally dry, but that little pump thing is just making one heck of a racket. What about that? Would that be a problem? Well, that's the third thing here. Is there any funny noises happening from the pool heater? Is it shaking excessively and rocking around back and forth? That's something that can happen. Or is the pool pump whining and making a mechanical squealing noise? Because, oh boy, is that a common problem for swimming pool pumps. So I'm listening to the pump, not like, listening, but if you're over the pump area, is the pump making any noise? No, sounds good. Okay, you don't have a problem with the pump. Going over to the heater, is the heater rocking around making a lot of noise? No, no problems with the heater either. Since we're over at the equipment area here, take a look at the pool pump. Can you see water when you look down through the lid? Or can you see air? Water really is all you're supposed to be able to see. In some pool systems, it's normal to see air, but it usually represents some sort of inefficiency or deficiency to the system. But that's something that I would check. Is the pool moving water through the filtration system? If so, you should be able to look at the filter gauge, and the filter is the large tank, and it will have a pressure gauge on it. You should be able to read a pressure on there, and that pressure should read somewhere between 0 and 30 psi. If you ever see that number higher than 30 psi, that is a problem. That's the kind of problem that would make me immediately turn the pool pump off, walk away, and call a service technician to come and take a look at the issue. It could be something just as simple as the pressure gauge is malfunctioning. Those things are known to fail readily, but it could be something more serious and something potentially dangerous. And so that's something that I would want to know as a pool owner. If you ever see a pressure higher than 30 psi on the filter gauge, that's a problem. I mentioned leaks earlier, but we were only talking about the equipment then. What about leaks in the pool itself? Like that's a thing that you hear about all the time. Well, fortunately for you, there is an easy solution or at least an easy answer to this. You can find out readily whether your pool is losing water or not by doing the most simple test that exists in the swimming pool industry, and it's called the bucket test, where you simply just take a plastic bucket, you fill it with pool water, you sit it on a step or a ledge or a stair in your pool such that the water in the bucket and the water in the pool are exactly the same level. Go away for 24 hours, come back and take a look. And if the water level in the pool is lower than the water level in the bucket, you have a leak in your swimming pool and you have more tests and troubleshooting to do. But if the water level in the bucket is the same as the water level in the pool, you don't have a leak in your swimming pool and you've eliminated this as a problem. There could be a lot of things that could be a problem for swimming pools. This is just a couple of the things that you should be looking for. But if you don't have any of the problems that I just described, you're probably looking pretty good. If you found this information helpful, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can check out my website, swimmingpoolsteve.com.